Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic because it's finally related to your work and it's finally related to your job. How best can you improve your people skills? How best can you improve in your people skills is something that everyone should know, especially people who are working, especially people who are at a job, with a job responsibility. It's very important, friends, to understand what best can you do, how you can justify your job, and what best results can your job give to you. At the end of the day, no one wants to stick at one position, do we? I don't. So same way, we have to understand that every day we have to build up our own success story. That's only possible if you understand how best can you be at your people skills along with your physical and mental skills. So let's see how best can we be at it. Almost every work environment you experience in your professional life will require you to interact with n number of people the entire day. Knowing how to effectively socialize within your social environment has become a very critical success skill within the workplace. I am sure once you go back to my video of social skills, you will come to know how socially we have to be sound and how important it is to socialize with different class of people, different types of people, categories of people, different set of working profiles, different set of professionals. It's extremely important to be a social animal nowadays, because I don't think someone who is not a social animal can gel up very well with different people and their traits. So it's very important and very critical to be a successful person only if you have these skills, especially in a workplace. Now, till yesterday, we only spoke about social skills otherwise, which were like personally also you could take, but today we are focusing only in a workplace. You will have to relate to managers, co-workers, customers, a number of people extremely effectively to be successful in your own position. So someone who doesn't have these skills to communicate very well with all these sets of people, I don't think that you would do justice to your job. And I think especially a person who deals into customer service or business development of a brand, or who deals into marketing or selling, where you need to talk, I don't think there is any success story besides interpersonal skills that you need to practice. So every company would give you training about that particular brand and product, which you need to go and talk like a parrot every time you meet new customers. But there are very less companies who focus on skill sets like listening skills, communication skills, interpersonal skills, telephone skills, etiquette, email etiquettes, which are so essential and crucial, without which the other technical trainings are not really going to give you anything. They're not going to pay you off well. So friends, it's very important, and this is especially to all my corporate working friends that are seeing my video, that it's very important to have a kind of positive behavioral inculcated into your working environment, to take it very positively on these certain soft skills which are extremely important for you to reach to your goal. So if you've not started focusing on soft skills, you must start from today. Following are some specific tactics that would help you to improve your people skills at work. So this video, I hope, friends, would help you to be the best at your people skills whenever you are at work or at any given point of time in your workplace or your specific job position. Let's see what are these tactics. The first and the foremost thing would be, show that you are approachable. It's high time, friends, that we talk about our personal appearance, we talk about personality, we talk about different kinds of things where people get connected or get to know us only because they know that this person looks a kind who would understand what we really want. So that's only if you make yourself look approachable. if you're the most approachable person, I don't think there is anyone who cannot get in touch with you. How would you do that? But obvious, your pleasant personality. So you have to be a pleasant person to interact with everyone with a smile and an honesty in your heart. Smile on your face, honesty in your heart, and with your complete face as a very positive person. So these two things help you look positive: a smiling face and a positivity, and an honest face where you could just by a smile or by a welcoming approach, I think everyone could get connected to you. Offering a genuine smile shows openness. It attracts to other. It's very attractive to others and can help you to calm an otherwise tense interaction. A smile on a face will always help others to look at you in a very positive way. You might be a problem solver just by someone looking at your smile. There are many people who say that you are a very smiley face. So I think that I really get very happy when I get a comment like this. So this helps me to understand that yes, I could do very well as a trainer. So that's something where I feel everyone should be happy about certain things. You don't need to know a person to smile at. So anyone who's going or walking up next to you or opposite you, and just a change or an exchange of smile is more than enough to start a excellent conversation. So I think this is one very a major a strong key to enter into a very positive communication. Also, if the communication is negative, we can actually draw it from tense interaction to a very happening and enso interaction. Understand the infectious nature of a smile. Being able to smile will help others to be more willing to smile, as well as make the entire work environment very pleasant. It's like contagious. So if you've seen, when we yawn, there are other people who look at us and they yawn because it's in air, it's contagious. Same way, smile is also infectious. So you smile don't think that other person would smile, only then I would smile. So you smile, and I'm sure everyone would smile back at you, and that's enough, I think, to everyone to make it feel very positive and happening. So this was my first and foremost tactic of improving your people skill while working in your workplace. Moving to the next, actively listening to what others have to say. We are surrounded with so much of noise pollution, I would say, all the time, that it's very difficult to understand what's extremely important and what's really not important. But I don't see a reason why we should not listen to everything and anything happening around us. If we have an attitude of having an open ear and active listening, I don't think that we would miss on the most crucial information that we're supposed to have. Show your interest in the message that you hear, and also customers are communicating by offering gestures of affirmation when appropriate, such as nodding your head, saying, okay, I understand, asking for additional clarity, or giving a brief summary of what you just stated. There are a lot of things involved in listening. You can go back and watch my active listening videos. I think that would give you more understanding of how well can you listen to a person, or how well can you improve on your listening skills. There are different sets of listening to a person while you make him understand that you're listening to him. There was a complete video which I had spoken on active listening was the chapter, where you would actually understand that what exactly can you do for making people realize that yes, you are listening. So I think second most important tactic is listening skills, where we as people, as individuals, not only should listen to others but also make them realize that we are listening to others, and only then can expect that people would listen to us. So I think it's better to practice first on us, and then expect that people would do for us as well. Let's move to the next tactic of best people skills. This is very sensitive. The third tactic is practice being empathetic. Friends, not everyone is empathetic, and it needs efforts to show empathy to others. It's not easy, to go to someone and say, oh, I am there for you, do not feel alone. It's not easy to create that impression, but it's not impossible as well. This means trying to see the issue from the side of a person that you are related to. It's as good as stepping into that person's shoe, understand how he feels, and only then try to empathize the best that you can. Communicating that you understand the physical, mental, and emotional impact a situation might have on someone you are interacting with for a very, very long time, long way towards developing a very positive and trusting relationship kind of a attitude. Why do we empathize? Why are we talking about empathy? Various reasons. Number one is definitely to have that interaction into a better and a positive way, because already a person who needs empathy, he has moved from positivity to negativity at some point of time. So we need to see to it that we inculcate that positive attitude in that person. That's first and foremost thing. Number two, something that we should understand that it would go a long way with us. So if you empathize with someone today, that person would remember you for a very, very long time. He would not remember what you've said, but he will also always remember how you've made him feel. That feeling will always remain alive wherever he goes in his heart. That's number two. Number three, developing a very, very positive atmosphere around and a positive aura with the most negative interaction that might have ever happened. And number four, trusting relationships. Someone who needs a good relationship for a very long time would definitely know how to empathize with people. So 4 important things why we must empathize with different people. And I think this is like a weapon which helps us to combine with different people with different skill sets, with different attitudes, with different personalities and different traits. It just goes like a cut through, and allows us to interact with anyone and everyone that we know. So these are some tactics of good people skills to interact in a workplace. Let's see what's the next. Very important. Along with listening, empathizing, it's also very important to communicate very clearly. Maintain enough of relaxed demeanor to calmly and clearly relate information. Recognize that people will be more at ease if you have a comparatively relaxed posture. We have done this before, the body language that we spoke about with different gestures, postures that we need to focus on to get into the perfect way of non-verbal communication. If you go to that video, you will realize what do we really talk, or what do we really mean by postures and gestures, and why body language is very, very important. So friends, I feel that your posture and your gesture, the relaxed posture, helps people to understand your attitude very well. If you have a relaxed posture, you look like a very positive and a relaxed and a very calm person who can communicate really very well, very clearly. So I think we should start practicing on our body language a lot. You can see my videos for body language. I think it's a big video which will help you to develop your body language in the right manner. And it's very important, friends, to have a certain sets of body language and personality where it talks your entire appearance, your body language, your gestures, postures, your approach, a smile, eye contact, everything matters when you actually talk about communication. So I think we should all start practicing it. If you've not seen that video, I would suggest you to search for body language communication video of mine, and you can go through it again and understand what we really mean by different kinds of body languages. So yes, getting back to the topic is we have to be very concrete on our communication. We have to be very clear on our communication. Note that it does not mean to move slowly or lacking an appropriate sense of urgency. However, it means that communication should not be rushed as it causes misunderstanding. So I would not say that someone who communicates very slowly or the mode of tone is very slow is the perfect communicator. I would rather say someone who communicates without rush, someone who knows that he can give enough time to end the sentence and doesn't rush to a next sentence until he completes the first sentence, is something which I would say is a good communicator. Because if you rush to another sentence or a different part of communication just because you need to communicate so much, I think there are a lot of chances of getting into misunderstanding situations where you really don't know what happened, why. You'll never come to know about it. What you would only know is a lot of misunderstanding that happened due to your communication. So friends, this is another important aspect of how could you improve working with people around you, and how could you communicate very well and very clearly. Let's go to the next step. Recognize the validity in the position and opinions of others. So always have a very open and positive viewpoint of different positions and different opinions. So people at any given point of time, at any positions, would come up with opinions of to others. So you will get a lot of people with different opinions. That doesn't mean that they are wrong. That means that you have a better a platform to understand of different opinions coming up to you. So be open to suggestions, be open to opinions that come to you. Know that part of being approachable is conveying to others that you welcome others' opinions and a willing attitude to evaluate them on their own merits. So let people understand that you're a very positive person, you're very open to opinions, and you're not only open to opinions, but you're also willing to take suggestions, and you're also a positive person who would then take the suggestion and improve, use it to improvise on your judgments, improvise on the merits. So this is a very important aspect or a concept that you can build about yourself. Understand that this also means that you will have to acknowledge any weaknesses in your own opinions, or where your position can be enhanced by the input of others. Many a times we do not always have the right opinion. Or I would not say right or wrong, but we might not have the appropriate opinion. Now be open to people who give opinions, or to figure out the weaknesses in our opinions. So I don't think there is any reason for us to take anyone wrong who gives us the correct suggestions over the opinion. And I think it's better for us to understand, because the more willing we are, the more improvement we would do every day in our life. So yes, this was one major aspect of keeping an open door for all the opinions that would come in, for being the best person to communicate in the organization. The next part is, don't take yourself too seriously. Now, that doesn't mean not to take yourself seriously. This really means use self-deprecating humor where appropriate, and don't be afraid to laugh at yourself or your own errors. Many a times it happens that we feel that we are the best at whatever we do. Yes, we might be the best, but not always can we be the best. There are a lot of times where we might come to a situation where people would point out to us our weaknesses, and people might come up to us saying that, oh, this is something that did not go very well, or this is my opinion would go better, or whatever it is. So don't always be serious on these kind of inputs that come to you. In fact, be humorous. Accept that you've done an error and a mistake and laugh over it. I am sure this would also help people to understand that you are such a highly motivated person that you can actually laugh on your errors and get rid of them, and help yourself to again get into a betterment of other things. So friends, be humorous. Laughter is the best medicine, we all say. If you've seen, there are a lot of laughter clubs that go on in different parks. So Joggers Park, or you could see at the South Mumbai, where Hanging Garden, or Priyadarshini Park, and wherever I go for a morning jog or a morning walk, I see a lot of people, a bunch of people coming together, just laughing aloud without any reason, but they are not fools, of course. This is the laughter therapy, it's called, where you make yourself so positive right at the beginning of the day, which highly keeps yourself motivated to the end of the day. So till the end, write this day that you've begun with till the end of the day, you are very positive and highly motivated the entire day. It is called the laughter therapy, and it is seriously a therapy. It is worth taking. If you have any closest park where this kind of activity goes on, I think you must at least go once and feel it yourself. I'm sure you will feel much better than the rest of the days that you've not done it. So smile and laughter is the best medicine, is what everyone says. So be generous, be humorous, have humor in your talks, be smiley all the time. I think a smiley face always looks much more prettier than a sad and ugly than a sad and depressed face, right? Be aware that one of the greatest barriers to productive work relationship is being precised as someone too rigid to see the humor in his own human feelings. Always understand that a greatest barrier is not to smile. That's the first and foremost barrier which invites a lot of negativity. I think it's a high time to throw that kind of barrier out of your life, and it's really simple. And I think you can get going with a lot of other things. And nowadays, I see many people smiling on the road whenever we go on walk on the road, and there's someone who's looking at me, just give a smile, gives a smile back. This is now inculcating in our culture. And I see a lot of people now around who look positive. So friends, I think it is now the time where our economy, our society, you yourself, your environment needs a lot of positivity around. And I think we are responsible to spread that kind of positivity wherever we stay, wherever we survive, wherever we work, especially in our work environment. One person with a positive note might change the entire atmosphere of the work environment. So this was also a very important aspect of how could you improve your people skills, especially in a work environment. So friends, I hope with all this inputs of mine and with a little attitude of learning of yours, and if you start practicing this, I'm 100% sure that this will help you to get out from your negativity and be a completely different and positive person. And you will be liked at your workplace. You will be liked by people if you practice certain people skills. And the early you practice, the early you gain. So please start from today itself. And I think the best part you can do is start it with your family and friends. And then tomorrow, start it with your colleagues and your mates at your workplace. So friends, all this is that's it from my end for how to help you improve your people skills at workplace. Please, if you like the video, stay tuned to Ikira, and you can also subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.